Welcome back. You took a trip, and we are here at my house. My name is Thom. That's Brandon. This is the finals. A long 2 weeks of relegation open bracket tournament to sit here.
I don't think it's been very long. This
No?
has gone by pretty quick.
I mean,
actually.
it's been exactly 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Long, short.
It's actually been like 8 days, right?
Sure. Either way, we're here. Team Flex makes it through to the finals here in our Spring Split Relegations Phase 1 North American Open Bracket Day 2 of Week 2.
Wait. I'm sorry. 1 second.
Shoot.
How did Swoop McDucks lose that last game?
I was watching. I have no idea. I mean, I was.
Go ahead, say it.
I was rooting hard for Spartaman.
I was too, man. I really was.
I really wanted to see Spartaman come up on top.
I think that had to do with Covey getting caught. I mean, he shouldn't have gotten caught.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're Vamana. You literally can't get caught.
That's the dash.
Is that the sound?
Moving on. Spartaman makes it further than the rest of his former team, but unfortunately for him and them, neither of them make it to the finals. It's going to be Salamander Squad taking on Team Flex in a best of 3, and the winner of this contest will go on to face the top Challenger Cup team. So this is really where it counts.
I think this team that wins today goes on to fight Neil M.
Ooh.
Who I wouldn't want to fight.
Yeah, Neil M is well. So the Challenger Cup teams actually get the opportunity to choose.
Right, and Neil M won. Oh, I guess if it's Flex. Well, you know, I'd probably want to fight
Flex or
over
problem
solved.
Well,
Whatever team doesn't have Baskin on it.
Salamander's still in the conversation. Don't count him out just yet. Let's get a picks and bans and see if Salamander will actually take out Team Flex. Flex would pick number 1 on the left side.
I'm being unfair. I'm assuming that Flex is going to walk through this set pretty quick, because Flex should walk through this set very quick. Their entire roster is made up, aside from Oceans, is made up with SPL talent.
And from what I've seen out of Oceans, he's ready to be on the SPL stage, to be frank.
Yes,
in my opinion.
In fact, out of all of them, he seemed the most ready to step back into that ring, man.
I agree with that as well. And I agree with the bans. Athena, Giannis, Robin, Alquang, go away. These teams deserve to be in the finals just by looking at their ban phase. Team Flex, number 1. You think it's Khepri?
It's got to be Khepri.
I think it's Thor. It's Khepri. All right.
See, I don't think Thor's the number 1, man. I think it's Kali.
I think Team Flex likes to pick for DaretoCare. That's why I said
That's
that.
fair.
Take a look at Salamander Squadron. They have 2 choices. What do you say to Khepri? I don't pick Thanatos this early, but it's definitely in my mind. And this early, where do you go? Gab?
Yeah, I mean, you're going to have to pick the Gab. You know, I guess you don't have to pick it now. Unlike Athena, who can go into the jungle, Khepri plays one role well, despite what Weekend wants to tell you.
Khepri going to play support on Flex. Isis, the strong early mage, coming out for Salamander Squadron.
One more pick here. Chiron? No, but they're going to give the hottest duo lane 2016 away. And they're going to give Chiron to Oceans.
That's tough. That's tough. Oceans picks up the Horseman instantaneously.
Real quick.
No thought process needed.
Nox? Kali, there it is.
Kalima. That is a DaretoCare guy.
This is the best comp that they could have drafted with the bans that are on the board. This is like literally the best team that they could have.
Are we going to see a solo Aphrodite to help out Kali as well?
No. That is a really bad idea. My God.
Hey, we saw it yesterday. Gab gets picked.
Gab going to be taken here, yeah.
Excellent
Back into
choice.
the ban phase. You got to, I mean, at this point, you have to hit the mages.
Yeah. If I'm on Team Flex, I'm looking towards banning out the Hunters. If I'm on Salamander, you got to take care of that mid lane.
If Odin's getting banned, I think that means Salamander Squad is positioning for Vamana. Odin really the only character that can shut Vamana down.
Or an Aphrodite. No.
Stop it, man. It's not real.
Listen, it got put in my head yesterday.
That didn't even count. He wasn't even in the game.
Well, Medusa's going to be taken out. Vamana taken out by Salamander Squadron.
Who the hell knows why they banned Odin?
Yeah.
I guess they didn't want Kali. Nope, no.
No Cyrus, says Team Flex. So taking care of the solo lane and the hunter lane. Salamander Squad gets the choice here.
Medusa getting banned as well, a little bit strange. Salamander Squadron have option. Looking for Hunter and solo lane. Tier still on the board. Guan Yu still on the board. Hades still on the board. It's going to be Guan.
Guan Yu, 25% pick rate here. His win rate, that seems low to me, 14%. A lot of times when we see Guan Yu, he winds up being very successful.
Guan Geb is very difficult to deal with. Lots of healing, lots of sustainability, lots of safety. I want to see Breastplate of Valor as early as possible.
At the moment here for Salamander Squadron, I am a little bit concerned about their damage output, though, frankly. Batz is going to be able to deal his Bang Bang, and Isis will be able to do more, but there's no dedicated Kali, Chronos like Team Flex has really brought to
Although
the party.
I'm a little worried about the Chronos pick, considering they had Kali and Chiron already, and then Bellona, who functions pretty well with auto attacks as well. They've built a team that is not going to function well against things like Runic Shield, for instance.
This is Team Thank You for taking Feebling out. That's what this team is right here.
But at the same time, Frostbound, Runic Shield, Witchblade, tons of Midgardian males. These are the items I want to see picked up by the Salamander Squadron. Final pick here going to be their Hunter. What do they go for?
It's definitely interesting. I would like Freya. Yes, I was about to say that because she is the character that's going to bring the bang bang that I was asking for previously.
The only issue here is that they're picking Freya into Bellona. Bellona will take out most of what she can do by using that disarm and then immediately dashing in. She's going to get 2 block stacks, taking away somewhere between 3.5 and 3.8 seconds of her total activation of Pulse Irradiate. If she irradiates after pulsing, it should be the other way around when you're going up against a Bellona. She's actually going to lose somewhere between 3.9 and 4.2 seconds, ensuring that she's not going to have a lot of damage in the end game. She has to stay away from that Bellona, and Sops has to play as carefully as possible, or he's just going to get decimated by this squad.
That's the key there. Careful. Whenever you look at a Freya, you know, people like to diminish Freya and say that she's super easy. All you do is activate your steroids and left click. But the reality of it is, what makes Freya difficult is the positioning.
See, that's not fair. Everyone always takes that shot at Freya. Why don't we take that shot at Chronos? He has 1 less activation to do, and he does more damage.
I completely agree. What happens when it comes to Freya, positioning is of the utmost importance. You have a lift, which is hard to hit, and then an ultimate, and that's it. Then you're a sitting
I don't
duck.
know about that hard to hit lift thing. I don't know about all that.
Listen, unstable vortex into a taunt is hard to hit as well. So,
Stop it.
So Sops is going to be working the uphill battle, as you said. When you're playing Freya, your entire game is positioning.
Right.
And now it's positioning plus Bellona, positioning plus Bellona, positioning plus Bellona.
I love this coming out from Flex and the Pickler here as they attempt to get both mid camps. There's not really a way for them to fight into this on either side. I like what Matty does. He moves up, he forces them back. That lash, however, is probably going to spell a loss of this team fight. fineokay is going to walk right in and start blasting.
Matty's already down to half HP, and
wait, why is fineokay tanking?
The hit from the bludgeon didn't go onto the minions, so...
DaretoCare's lash is up in just a second here, and it looks like a 1-for-1.
Can we look at a graph real quick? I just want to take a look. Yeah, looks like 1-1.
Left side will go to Flex. That means mid lane, you got to think that Lassiz has a massive advantage at this stage of the game.
You know, it's interesting. When I think Lassiz, Chronos is not the mage I generally think. I like to think of large burst mages like Poseidon and stuff. So yeah, so I'm very excited. But at the same time, I trust Lassiz's ability to play the game of Smite. So I'm interested in see how well this goes.
My only worry again is that they've picked an auto attack character on the same side as Kali. Right, you're kind of limiting what both of these characters do in the end game, and if someone gets a Midgardian male proc on DaretoCare and Sprint's not up, it's going to be very hard for him to get that target kill.
I mean, just with a Kali plus the Hunter, that's, in my opinion, enough to build 1 or 1.5 items, if you will, like 1.5 anti-basic attack items. Your whole team is basic attacks.
Yeah.
If I see Witchblade, Runic Shield, everything on the other team, I'm okay with it. So.
Oh, nice teleport in, shot into Lassiz as well, but they're turning it around. iFates overcommits.
Toast.
No,
where's the lat? There's the jump.
Potion.
Not gonna find it. Now DaretoCare's in a little bit of trouble.
He missed one of the wing gusts, and
ouch.
It doesn't matter. Sheyka, first blood onto Kali. The only worry here is that now we know who the target is.
Now here's an interesting tidbit. Last week, Flex banned Isis. Pretty much all the time, because they don't like Purple Pot Isis.
I mean,
guess who just got that kill? Purple Pot Isis.
And she pays for it. I mean, right there, the cost of the Purple Pot is already taken down. Lassiz using a lot there to try to get the creeps, and he does. He does take a fair amount of damage, but he loses a little bit to the tower. In fact, losing that last one was a little bit strange.
Level 4 now, Chronos is going to have less of a problem clearing this wave because of his ability to use the passive. Ooh, very low is going to.
And, you know, that's very smart from Mattypocket. Matty actually walks up to the wave, uses the bludgeon, ensuring that fineokay is not getting that experience. And you'll notice fineokay never went into the jungle to pick up his boars. Mattypocket hits level 5 as a result of getting that split experience, and fineokay has no escape. Lassiz just barely getting this off, and DaretoCare finds a kill into iFates. Sheyka forced into the beads early. DaretoCare looking for the stun, just a few more seconds.
There's going to be the last hit. Time rim
Going in?
enough, and there it is. Not enough for the kill, but DaretoCare going for it. Takes out his target. DaretoCare gets 2 kills in 1 minute. Fantastic play by Team Flex.
And at only 3 minutes, this ensures that the purple pot's wasted. Sheyka's original kill is not worth as much as it was. And Kali, the character you should be most afraid of on this team, gets a pretty big win.
Right now, Sops saves his life with a strong banish.
Did you notice that instead of going right for the shield, we actually saw Rach start the rollout? Very interesting because the shield would have saved him immediately, but if they committed, the rollout would save him, and then the shield would actually back that up. That was strangely, it sounds like it's less safe, but it's actually more safe for the Freya.
It covers 2 options. That's the difference. The shield would cover 1 option, the immediate distraction.
Right.
Whereas the rollout covers pretty much, I want to say 3 options, right? Either you get defensive, you go offensive, or everything is neutral like it worked out.
You notice Rachetier actually has a swoop tag?
Interesting.
Didn't he just beat swoop?
Yes.
How did that happen?
Welcome to Open Bracket, ladies and gentlemen.
Just doing whatever.
I mean, like I said, Team Flex is 4 flexes and the pickler. So.
Actually, it's 3 flexes in the pickler. Actually, it's no flexes in the pickler. Lassiz and DaretoCare do not have that tag either.
Well, see, right now what we're watching here is a tryout. We're seeing if the rest of Team Flex is good enough to join the pickle squad.
Ah, I see, I see.
Which, to be fair, Mattypocket has really attracted a lot of eyes here because Mattypocket, traditionally a support player, making the transition into the solo lane. And a lot of people had questions as to how his god pool would go and his overall talent is concerned. And I like what I'm seeing in this particular match right now out of this Bellona.
He'll back to the base, has teleport available to him. That will be more than boots. He actually has way more than he needs. It looks like it's going to be a breastplate as well. Incon going for it. Sheyka, no beads, and yeah, will be caught.
No life at all. DaretoCare now has 3 kills on that Kali. That is not a good look for the enemy team.
And DaretoCare, unlike the collies we've seen previously today, has built the right boots. Warrior Tabby versus Ninja Tabby is not really a discussion. It comes down to you need to be able to do damage with your Lash in the early game, and having that Warrior Tabby allows you to do that. You'll see him at 3,700 gold at this stage as Incon commits quite heavily, forcing Sops to ult. DaretoCare is going to go for this.
He has the ultimate available, DaretoCare, that is, so he can dive, and that's the target! Full heal, but here comes Fear No Evil. Beats in anticipation. DaretoCare hears the monkey and does not want to party.
I have been waiting for someone to play Kali like this since Season 3 started. DaretoCare, thank you.
And DaretoCare is the guy to do it. I mean, DaretoCare, when it comes to, if you want to boil playstyle down to a couple of phrases, all in. It's DaretoCare.
DaretoCare likes the scumbag junglers. He does. He likes Kali. He likes Arachne when she used to be Arachne.
The Thanatos?
Right, yeah, Thanatos. He likes the scumbag early game junglers or characters like Kali who could just snowball to hell and just destroy everybody.
And Kali is the perfect god because, as I said, I mean, if I had to boil DaretoCare's playstyle down to a simple phrase, it would be all in. And Kali gifts you. She rewards you for being all in by way of the passive and the target, etc., etc. So if you just want to hit the gas and pedal to the metal, Kali's a great god for that, and that's exactly what Dare's doing.
He's highest on gold per minute right now, just slightly ahead of Mattypocket. Let's take a look at Golden Hand here. He's rushing the chin size, and Golden Hand Kali about 1,150 away from becoming Kali.
Well, when we talk kill participation, we usually give that percentage based on the team.
Right.
In the entire game, DaretoCare has 100% kill participation.
It's not even kill participation. He has 100% of the kills.
That's what I'm saying. He's got 4 kills on his team, and he's the 1 death on the enemy team.
Oh,
he's been involved in everything, so he's always around. And there's the 5th kill going the way of Team Flex. Scratch that. The 5th kill going to Team DaretoCare right now.
They just keep giving kills to Kali, man. There's just nothing worse. There literally really is nothing worse in the game than seeing Kali get 5 kills in the early game because she is one of the weakest early game gods.
Which is, you got a Freya and a Kali, I guess. I don't know who's scarier if you were to give them 5 kills.
Kali?
No, I mean, I don't know who's scarier than Kali. I think it's just Kali.
Yeah, it's Kali, Chronos, Freya, I would say, are probably like your super hypers.
Well, there's the ultimate out of the monkey. This is a big hit if they can take out Incon, but Incon just walks away. And now Salamander Squadron has to retreat as well. Strong hit out of the Isis to stop Lassiz in his tracks.
That's a big win, in my opinion, for Flex. They got both the Circle of Protection and the Fear No Evil out from 2 characters who desperately need their ult. Ocean's not in a great spot. Perfect use of beads, though, should get him out of here. Teleport, crit, needs 2 more. Oh, Ocean's, why?
Just one.
He was out.
Yeah. Unfortunately for him, iFates picks up the 2nd kill for Salamander Squadron.
Oh, he didn't have boots.
Just a lonely horseman.
He could have taken 2 more hits, though. He should have let that ride a little bit longer. He probably could have used his ultimate to maybe even get away, but it winds up dropping the kill. The first kill that DaretoCare has not been a part of.
With that said, Salamander Squadron still, they're not down too far. It's about 1,500 gold, so definitely still involved.
Lassiz going way hard for this.
Ooh,
2 more.
Great hit. He needs the basics, and there it is. Lassiz. So there it is, folks. I asked. I said, hey, I'm used to seeing Lassiz on these big circle, big damage, Noxes, Poseidons. Can he do the finesse of a Chronos? And right now he's saying yes. 1, 0, and 3 slash line for the mid laner already.
That, for me, is more than finesse. That is a complete understanding of the character. To know that in that situation I can use beads to kill an Isis, that is not an easy call to make, even for a professional player. That is a call that I would think only players who play Chronos as much as someone like Zyros has could have made, and Lassiz showing up big.
Zyros? What are you,
his name was Zyros, then he's like, fine, Americans, you can call me Zeros. Listen, I don't care, okay? He's not relevant for like 3 more weeks.
Well, he might be pretty angry about you saying that now.
Well, no, the SPL doesn't start for like 3 weeks or something.
All right.
Or 4 weeks, I don't know how long.
We'll see if he understands that one. And Lassiz trying to understand this ultimate. Looks pretty strong, but Incon able to toss up the Khepri ult. Geb is the target. Kali's looking for it. Mattypocket takes it out, but change to Kali. Assist is good enough. Now,
Matty!
Doesn't look like he's too fine. Oceans on the other side takes the kill under Sheyka, and Matty diving the tower. Nobody's tanking for Oceans. He's now tanking. This could be a problem, but 9 kills in total for Flex. They pick up 3 in that exchange.
One of the absolute best uses of Khepri ult that we have seen to date. He throws it onto a Chronos, and then Chronos uses this time to schedule his rewind. Says, okay, you can kill me. No, I'm going to wait until it says 1 more second. No? Fine, perfect rewind. Either way, I'm getting most of my health back here.
And that's the veteran play right there, folks. The quintessential objective after the kill. Somebody's got to create a snappy way to say that. But 9-2 read the kills, and after that, Gold Fury definitely gold leading in the way of Team Flex as well. 4,000 approximately going the way of blue.
See, it's not even just about the lead. It's about the fact that they have a lead with late game characters.
Yes.
They have Chronos and Kali with the brunt of the kills. They're 7 of the 9 right now, with most of the participation belonging with 8 kills participation for DaretoCare. Shinsai's are done. He has a ton of gold in hand when he backed. He actually is going to pick up what looks like the beginning of a Fatalis.
So is Chronos.
Wingblade.
Okay.
Wingblade. Don't get crazy.
That makes more sense. That makes more sense.
This is actually Zyro's build. He likes to go Doom Orb, Boots, Wingblade, and then Telkines. This is how Zero's actually... I said Zeros and Zyros.
Yeah, you did it right. Zeros, there you go.
Nice. He actually has used this build. He was the first person into Grandmasters because of it, because nobody banned Chronos, ever.
So let me ask, why the Telkines? Telkines, when it comes down to Chronos, Accelerate is going to give you all of the attack speed that you really need.
I mean, it's 30 attack speed now. It is the highest attack speed item that Chronos can buy.
That's interesting to me, because Chronos has always been best built as a traditional mage because of the nature of his passive. It adds the percentage of magical power to his basics.
Right.
So unlike Freya, where hers is time-based, his is power-based, wouldn't you just want a big massive power like a traditional mage?
I mean, you could, but Telkines just hits so hard now. And with the massive attack speed boost, because think about it, the Wingblade's going to give you a little bit, and plus a little bit of defense. And then you go into more attack speed with Telkines. By that point, you have your Accelerate max, meaning you're going to get a huge spike of attack speed, and 40 damage per hit is a pretty big deal.
Very interesting. And
Beautiful.
Right now, wow, DaretoCare immediately goes in and blink Kali. That's how you're supposed to play her, folks. This mid tower is going the way of the Dodo. Lassiz gets credit for the rubble, and the team is still pushing forward. iFates says hello, but that's about it.
Oh, iFates did a lot more than say hello. That ultimate actually interrupted Incon's abduct, which would have hit Sheyka. He's in trouble now. Does he get the ult off? Just barely. DaretoCare going to try to get in here. Going for the stun. iFates should have his jump available, but DaretoCare, very smart, just going to walk away.
Gets lifted up by Freya, now on the left side of your screen. You see
Got
the
her.
individual fight, and before Sops can make it into the sky, DaretoCare puts her into the ground. 4 players for Salamander Squad in the mid lane. They're going to be flanked by Mattypocket coming around from the backside.
Another
DaretoCare
target!
on the front side, on the other hand, taking out the opposition, and Oceans from the back line doing the Sheyka. Everybody on Team Flex is coming together to squash the squadron.
DaretoCare just got 2 targets back-to-back onto Freya, and then directly after onto the Geb. Now are able to just... I'm sorry, wait. Is that Isis level 10?
Yes.
Is she the lowest level in the game?
She's 1-5-1. So this entire game of this game, Brandon, has been Lassiz and DaretoCare coming together and showing everybody why they should be on a team together. And unfortunately for Isis, she's literally in the middle.
You know, we're talking about DaretoCare, we're talking about Lassiz and Incon and Oceans. Can we talk about the fact that the experience per minute for Mattypocket right now is 150 over the second place, which is Oceans? His farm is incredible. He's 1-0-4. He has a weakening curse to ensure that Sheyka can't heal. The dude's playing perfectly.
And that's one of those things that really tests your skill as both a solo and I think jungle comes into the conversation, is your ability to keep up your XP per minute while still assisting in the team fights.
Yes.
And Mattypocket, like I said, a lot of eyes are on him with the transition from the support role and this, that, and the third. Right now, I mean, he's been practicing, he's been streaming and grinding out. And right now, I think we're seeing a little bit of proof of that.
And this build is dope. He goes into cooldown reduction, right into Frostbound Hammer. He's going to be impossible to fight. Over on the other side, I don't see any Midgardian males. No, that's not even a Witchblade. He went to Adventurer's Blade. They have no attack speed reduction against 4 attack speed characters.
And that to me was I don't know, more duh than anti-heal items when it comes to a team with Chronos,
Whoa.
Kali, and a Hunter.
Did Oceans not ult that? Speaking of ults, here comes iFates. Decent damage. Incon's trying to save him. He's got him. He's going to go up there trying to wear this one down. A few more seconds here. Crippled.
There's a smash over the head. iFates with credit on that one.
Nice
Very
juke.
low is the monkey. He's going to walk away. And the pop onto Lassiz is strong, but not strong enough for a kill. Incon getting ready for the abduct. Doesn't have it available, so Lassiz instead will just chunk
Are you
down
kidding me?
the Sheyka.
How did he possibly hit so many shots in a row? I mean, that's just incredible presence of mind, especially considering how that went for Salamander Squadron. It seemed better for them. Incon had wasted the weakening curse by sending it into a character who already had popped sprint. Oh, Lassiz, look at this.
160 per basic. Who cares per time rift? It's enough to kill Sops, and Geb has nowhere to go.
Back, and we're going to get a rewind here. Pretty low is Incon. He abducts.
Played.
He's relying, and it's going well. No jump available to him. Forced to beads. Beautiful shell coming out. Is it enough?
It's not. Ooh, Lassiz is in some trouble, but Mattypocket comes over, helps out the, and I stress this word, teammate. Flex is playing like a unit.
Yeah, this is a much different Flex. Granted, it's not the level of problem solved that we saw last week, but this is a much different team than we saw a week ago.
Which is, I mean, that's 7 days that we've seen this type of turnaround, Brandon. That is, like you said, I mean, they're not number one. I'm not trying to blow smoke up anybody's butt, but there is a visible change in how well this team has been playing.
The rotations are better. The communication seems better. We should probably give a little bit of credit to this absurd comp that they somehow have drafted.
Yeah, that too.
They got the best duo lane in the game, the best hunter and the most valuable support. Kali is probably the best jungler in the game right now without Ao Kuang on the table, of course. Chronos, I mean, literally was the reason Zeros got to Grandmaster first.
Yep.
And then you have Bellona, who fits onto literally every comp in the game.
You know, if I'm looking at Salamander Squadron, iFates is doing his job. He's playing well. But again, and sure, maybe the fact that I'm saying this colors it a little bit. I would have rather see a Thanatos, especially not just for the Khepri, but with the Chronos and the Kali.
Sheyka might be dead here. Oh, misses the Spirit Ball, slowed down once again, forced to ult. Eagles Rally only going to hit iFates. He's going to be forced to ult here. He's actually letting his why is he taking so long? He gave away that entire chance for him to escape.
Mattypocket still comes up on top.
Oh, he jumped.
Dodges
He jumped.
And now the entirety of Team Flex is here. Incon hugs Sops, but he's all alone. Doesn't care. Gonna push the pressure anyway. Just in time for his teammates to show up. Kali shows up right from the left-hand side. Oceans is here as well. Long-range shots. Not enough to take out iFates. But by the way, Chronos, one of the most adept characters when it comes to taking out a tower, left by himself for a Phoenix, brings it from 100 to 50.
Here we go. Look at this. Stun into root, into pull, barely gets out of there, dashes. iFates jumping in, no ultimate available. Not sure why DaretoCare didn't turn that around. Neither Phoenix, it seems, will be able to fall. Both Oceans and Lassiz were stopped in their final forms.
Interesting decision to split up instead of go for it directly. And because of that decision, Team Flex unable to take out a Phoenix. So maybe their first misstep of the game here.
Oh, I love this this choice. We see him go into Chin Size into Fatalis. Usually, we see people go Fatalis first. Sometimes you see the Chin Size. It restricts the movement a little bit on Kali, but obviously it's working so far for Dare. after that, usually we see more attack speed. But when you go chin size into Vitalis, I feel like you need more pen than attack speed.
Why?
And he agrees.
Let me interrupt. I usually think of the opposite because 4% is 4% no matter penetration or not when it comes to the chin size. So wouldn't you want more activation
Well, no,
by attack speed?
the chin size is going to get mitigated. I mean, that's important. And with that, you see him go directly into the Titan's Bane, ensuring a bigger amount of damage. He's going to get more auto attacks off as a result because they won't be able to fight him back as much.
Look at this player damage. iFates finds himself on the top of
He's got a lot of crits this game. He has.
Got to go buy a lottery ticket after today's match, I suppose. All the luck's on the side of the monkey as he jumps away. A little bit of...
That was the year of the monkey. That's what it is.
Is it the year of the monkey?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Nice.
It's a topical joke.
Nice.
Nice.
Look at you.
Nice.
Does that count as pop culture, Brandon?
I'm going to say no.
All right. I was trying to give you a bone, man.
Not.
Just trying to...
No, I'm all right.
Right side being aggressed on by Team Flex. No towers left after this one.
And they're going to get this for free. I mean, like, that's a lot of numbers. Oh, although I think I saw an 8 in there somewhere. Wow, that went down quick.
Well, Chronos is one of the best characters when it comes to taking down towers.
Think the.
Yeah, a lot of people will bring up Mercury and Kali and other characters along those lines. But Chronos actually, because he's a mage, and the way his basic attacks work, he double dips. He gets extra bonus hits against
Geb's
the
shield
tower.
was just used to stop the damage from Rising
Khepri.
Dawn.
Yeah, interesting decision.
No, poor decision. For some reason, though, Flex doesn't take the opportunity knowing that's down. They should have rushed into that fight. That was a guaranteed 2 kills.
I agree with you on that one. Flex doesn't. Now Flex looking for the advancement.
Oh,
there's the grab, but it's going to be immune. 2 people stunned from Flex. Here's iFates on the back line. This is exactly how Salamander Squadron need to play it. Ocean's very low, but too deep is iFates. There's a shell. Is it enough to deal? No, it's not. Oceans picks up 1 kill. Kali looking for more. Very low, but the ultimate is channeled.
Oh my god, he's still alive.
DaretoCare stays 1 more time. Oceans with that Aussie passive going to heal back up. And fine, okay, looking for the aggression out of the jungler.
No.
Hi,
He should have just walked away from that one. He actually just gave Kali 24% of her health.
Phoenix down to 50%. Fine, okay, the only one here. DaretoCare looking for the kill on a Guan, but finds a way out thanks to the dash.
Ocean still going strong, actually finds the kill. He's slowed, he's stuck. Aussie passive not going to get used there. He couldn't turn around, and it looks like fineokay will walk away, but not after his bird has fallen.
Trade a Hunter for a Phoenix. He'll take that trade any day of the week.
14,000.
Well,
is that right?
There's no towers on the board.
Is that correct?
A Gold Fury went the way of this team. It's 19-4.
2 Gold Furies. Yeah, 2 Gold Furies. And maybe a Fire Giant.
It's being,
I wouldn't mess with this with Lassiz around. Also, he didn't go Telkines. He's going to go into Obsidian Shard, and now it looks like starting Lost Artifact, most likely going to be Rod of Tahuti.
So yeah, that's more along the lines that I was thinking of, just the straight power. Because as I said, if you play it right, you're putting a lot of power into your basic attacks as long as you stop on the 4th quadrant of that Chronos time wheel.
iFates in some trouble here. Incon doing a little bit of damage. In fact, Incon not getting much here. In fact, has given away most of his shield. Teleports into the Fire Giant. Does he take hit?
Nope.
No.
Cheeky play coming out from the monkey.
DaretoCare in the back line, though, chasing down Sheyka. Missing like 5 auto attacks in a row. Jumps away.
Quick play.
Rachetier in some trouble. That's probably a kill.
Geb.
Look at that damage. Oh, my God.
All of those numbers, ladies and gentlemen, are thanks to DaretoCare. You got a Chinsai, you got an Odibo.
I think that was a charge bow. Yes, yeah, charge bow. It's where the small amount came from, and then there was a bleed on him as well. I mean, that was just like constant forms of damage. That was World of Warcraft rogue damage.
I was gonna say I was actually gonna go a Affliction Lock. That looked just like
yeah,
dot. And right now, Lassiz putting his name on the dotted line. DaretoCare takes out Sheyka while Lassiz does the dirty work on the backside. Dare still in this mid lane alongside Incon. Runzelman looking for the grab, waiting for it. There it is.
And careful on the slow. Wingblade's going to get activated. Not going to be a matter, though. Sops going to have to take to the sky here. Jeez, he's already gone 4 down into the Titan, and Geb's doing nothing here.
Well, the Titan, this one really isn't a conversation. Titan going to fall down inevitably in just a couple of seconds, ladies and gentlemen. Team Flex before Oceans gets the kill. Team Flex is going to continue on to game number 2 here with Salamander Squadron looking to stretch things out to 3.
At the beginning of the set, I indicated that Flex was going to move on to face the Challenger Cup team, and I said that that wasn't fair. I'm going to strike that again. Yep. It was totally fair. These guys are outclassed by the SPL talent, and I don't think that Game 2 is going to be any different.
Yeah, I mean, for one thing, if I have to point to Salamander Squadron, really, the biggest thing is picks and bans have to go absolutely differently, and frankly, this kill has to go differently. First blood here for game number 1.
No, this has to go the same.
Oh, yeah, Sheyka got it.
Sheyka got it. That's right. They should have killed Lassiz, but Lassiz hit a perfect combo, iFates. Baited DaretoCare, and I think this was the only time that DaretoCare really misplayed this entire game. I mean, he just, not only that, but he actually dodged one of the wing guts there. So it wasn't even like the harshest misplay. He tried to get the kill. He missed it. He dropped it. But he came back, got a double, winds up being your player of the game.
And then just continues on, continuing on. He never really stopped after that moment. It's almost like, and you know what? I know Brendan a little bit. I feel like he took that death personally.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm dead. All right, I'm going to kill you over and over and over. And this poor Isis was 1-6 before more minutes than her deaths continued on.
Yeah,
it was ridiculous.
She lost her purple pot. I mean, he got chin size on super early, got the penetration on. Look at this. This is one of my favorite because this is the target.
Yeah, this is where DaretoCare completely understands just where he is at in the game. At that point, he said, hey, this is my target. I'm very low, but I can still go for it. Takes the kill, gets out, uses the audio cue to avoid the Fear No Evil, the one before that, and comes out unscathed.
Now, with this kill, he's actually going to find a way to the backline pretty easily. They bait them forward. You're going to see Dare come back. He's waiting for it, throws in a small bleed. Now, what's going to happen here is Sops is going to overcommit to Incon and switch to DaretoCare. And, you know, because he has to try to block for the Humbots. He doesn't realize that, again, he's the target.
Yeah, this is a fantastic play. Dare just understanding. You talk about Lassiz understanding the character. I mean, Dare knows what he's doing on the Kali. Loves these hyper-aggressive junglers, and if you're going to give him the opportunity, he's going to go right for it. And, you know, one of the things that I noticed was that Dare was about 2,000 gold above his opposing jungler, and that's the passive.
Yeah, not only that, that was a triple kill almost guaranteed because that was his target. That was almost a penta opportunity. That's our second almost penta, I think, of the day.
Well, almost.
Almost.
Almost. Almost famous, almost anything. Almost back will be soon. Game number 2.